the PRC campaign for Scarborough Shoal really began in 2012 when it basically took effective control of access to Scarborough Shoal. And then last year, actually, early in the year, what we saw was kind of a remarkable sequence of events. There was an expansion of Chinese paramilitary activity, and I classify China Coast Guard and Maritime Militia as a paramilitary force, in part because I think it's very important for us to realize that we don't have a paramilitary force, which is part of why we don't have a good response to these assets. So they began to deny Philippine access in a much more aggressive way early last year. They also sent in a scientific expedition to take a look at the condition of the shoal, and two things happened. One is that they immediately banned their giant clam harvesting fleet, which all disappeared around June of last year, indicating that they probably found out that giant clam harvesting, which is extraordinarily destructive, had done great damage to the shoal. And second, they issued a report that said the condition of the shoal is great. So we then saw they also established straight baselines around the shoal, essentially marking it out as territory. And so this establishment of a nature preserve is sort of an environmental overlay onto that, essentially land grab at this point. So we can see all of these things working together: the establishment of effective control, the lawfare, the administrative control, all of these things, and the denial of Philippine access. And in fact, Senator, I will also say that the collision that we observed in August was in part a result of this establishment of effective control, because the Philippine ship that got in close to the shoal, I think, got in a lot closer than China expected, which was what drew in the destroyer, which almost caused that mutual defense treaty triggering event that we all fear.